solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here to give you your readings for this week for the March the 5th through March the 11th. And there's a lot going on astrologically, so I wanted to do a little report first. These readings are for your sun, moon and rising, so if you want to check out the other videos, there'll be links in the show more section below. Now, if you're checking out a couple of them, I will put the time that you can skip this report so you don't have to look at it every single time you check the video, a different video. So anyway, it's very exciting this week, right? Because we have two planets moving into Aries. Now, they're moving from Pisces into Aries. Now, Pisces is the last zodiac sign, and it has a little bit of everyone in it, every other sign in it. And it's like winter, right? And when we move into Aries, Aries is the beginning of the astrological year. It's like spring has finally sprung. Now, even though the sun is still in Pisces, we're going to have Mercury, the planet of thought, intellect, communication, is going to move into Aries on Tuesday, I believe it is, Tuesday the 6th, 5th or 6th, around there. And Venus is going to join Mercury. And Venus is the planet of love, finances. So we're going to feel kind of spring-like, like a new beginning. Before it actually happens, we're going to have that feeling of new beginnings. It's going to be a lovely feeling, and it's interesting because Venus has been very happy in Pisces. Pisces is very spiritual and sensual and loving, and it's, you know, Venus can spread its wings. And then when Venus moves into Aries, it's very kind of in the moment, you know, passionate, yes, maybe one night stands, yes, maybe not, you know, long-term relationships, but definitely fun and passionate and interesting. So she was soft and sensuous in Pisces, and she's going to be coquettish in Aries, so it'll be an interesting feelings, and we're definitely going to feel that. Now, on the 8th, we have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, philosophy, deep thoughts and abundance, and also on the shadow side of that, overindulgence and overdoing things. So that's moving retrograde on the 8th. Now, what's interesting about, it's a very slow moving planet, so it's almost subtle. We will feel a change, but we kind of won't be able to put our finger on it. But it's definitely important to think about what we're expanding, where we're going. This is kind of, because Jupiter's about kind of the whole, the planet globally. And Jupiter is in Scorpio right now. So it's interesting, whenever a planet goes retrograde, the zodiac sign that it's in is kind of amplified. So Scorpio is about sexuality, it's about secrets, it's about deep things. And Jupiter, when that goes back, we may have a new resurgence globally about all these secrets coming out. You know, it's also about empowerment, so we might have more like Me Too movement. So we might see a lot of, you know, power, the abuse of power. So we might see some secrets coming up again, you know. And so that's something that we can look out for. But for ourselves, we need to look inside, and we need to, you know, think about how, what secrets are we keeping? Well, how can we take back our power? You know, what is going on with us that we need to kind of you know, look at those things. So always when a planet goes retrograde, it's really good to look at where we stand with those qualities. On the 11th, Mercury is going into a challenging aspect to Saturn. Mercury is the planet of thought and communication, intellect, and Saturn is the planet of restriction, boundaries, and sometimes they say accidents, right? This can be kind of a mentally frustrating, challenging time. So if we're aware of that, we might feel it a couple of days before, we might feel it a couple of days afterwards. We can observe it and say, ah, that's where that's coming from, and not react to it. Now, at the same time, which is, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes because, you know, my mind is not what it used to be. Yeah, we have Mars at the very same time, we have Mars moving into a positive aspect. Mars in Sagittarius actually is moving into a positive aspect to Uranus. So this can mean sudden things are going to move forward, right? Because it's very fiery. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Aries is a fire sign, so we're going to feel that, you know, things are going to kind of move fast. So I think it's going to kind of offset that frustration mental thing that's going on, because maybe we're frustrated because we can't get everything done because everything's moving so fast. And, you know, Uranus is the planet of sudden happenings, surprises. So I think, and you know, Mars is the planet of action and, you know, moving forward. So things are definitely moving forward fast this week. So I think that might be a good thing. So much is happening astrologically this week. It's kind of exciting energy, a lot of fiery kind of spring energy. That's why I decided to wear a lot of color this week. Anyway, let's go to the cards, shall we? Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading. This is a general reading for March the 5th through March the 11th. If you would like a personal reading, the information is down below in the Show More section. This is for your Sun, Moon, and Rising, so do check out the other videos. There's some interesting crossovers. So your first card is the King of Swords. He is the champion for justice. He's like the Justice card. He's almost like, I always feel like he's a karmic card, and he has no area with judging. So sometimes this is saying don't judge harshly. However, okay, so clarifying that is the 10 of Spring, and this is when you've taken on too much, you've taken on too many responsibilities, and you've got to drop them, and you have to judge which ones are the best to drop. I really am getting that. You're going to have to, you see, he'll chop someone's head off it, you know, if he thinks that they deserve it. He has no area in handing down judgment. This is saying be really, what's the word I'm looking for? Come down heavy on what you're supposed to drop. This is like no joke. You need to drop some of these responsibilities, and you've got to do it swiftly. He comes in very swiftly and judges without hesitation. This is kind of saying you need to drop this. You know, okay, I always say this is like the people-pleasing card, right? So this is about taking on too much and saying yes, yes, yes. Even when you want to say no, you're saying yes. It can also mean control. It can mean the control issues too, because it's like instead of delegating and trusting that other people can take care of it, it's like, no, I can do it, you know, I can do it all. But that's not reality. So it's interesting because when we try to please people by doing that, we end up displeasing them more often than not, because we can't do it. So this is saying, come out, judgment. This is judgment day, darling. You better drop that stuff. You better figure it out really fast and drop it like a hot potato. It's not going to work out for you anyway, taking on all that. And sometimes it's like doing it out of fear. And I think that you've kind of taken on all this stuff out of fear. Fear of not having enough, you know, of, it's almost like you take on too many clients, right? Because you don't want to miss any of them, right? But you really can't do a good job with all these clients if you're self-employed, or if you're at work and you've taken on too many tasks because you want to please the manager. But really, you're going to really drop the ball and end up doing a really terrible job on everything. So this is you've got to quickly come in and judge this situation. This could also mean, I'm getting for some of you, this could be a boss that's like, you know, not liking the work that you're doing. And so it's almost about, this is the truth, right? This is looking at the truth. You have to look at the truth in the situation, you know, and you've really got to, you've got to look at your limitations. Definitely getting that. You've got to really look at your limitations. Be honest about it with yourself. You know, we lie to ourselves more than anything else. Just take a look at it, Gemini. You've taken on too much. You've got to really understand your limitations and let some of that go. Put it down. It's not worth it. Now, the next card you've got is 5. This is, in this card, it's the High Priest, but this is sometimes the Pope or the Hierophant, or, you know, faith. This really is about having faith. This is, look, this comes up and it's saying really connect with your faith. The keys are here. The key to your issue, right, whatever you're going through, is faith. Having faith that things will be okay. You know, turn to your faith. This is like saying, look, this is like God saying, I'm here. The universe saying, I'm here. Rely on me. You can trust me. I have the keys to your problem. You can fix it. I can't fix it for you. I'm not going to be able to open that door, but I'm giving you the keys to open it yourself. And look, clarifying that is the 5 of Autumn. This is like being in deprivation, right? This is seeing your glasses half full. And this, when this card comes up, it's saying, listen, reach out and ask for help. You know, turn to your faith, ask for help. I always say prayer is talking to God and meditation is listening, hearing the answer, right? So this is a beautiful, beautiful message, guys. You're being told that, you know, source is here for you. The universe is here, whatever you call your faith system, your belief system. And this is about really getting with your tribe, like-minded people, asking for help, you know, reaching out. Don't be afraid to ask for help. This is really good. And look, you've got the Hermit. Darling, this is prayer and meditation. This is prayer and meditation. You've got to go inside. Look, that's the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to get the help that you need, right? But you need to connect spiritually. You've really got to, you know, connect with your belief system. Go back to it, back to basics. I feel that your situation is about going back to basics, believing in your faith again. Getting with like-minded people and asking for help. Look, he's holding the light up for you, darling. Come on, showing you the way. This is the way. Go inside. It's all there. All the answers are within. You know, when you go inside and you're in the moment, it's like there is no problem. There are no problems. You know, problems are what we perceive problems to be. If you're bigger than your problem, then if you're thinking of a way out and you're thinking of a solution, you're no longer in the problem, right? You're in the solution. Liveinthesolution.com. That's my, it's my business. That's my website, liveinthesolution.com. So this is, look, this is the 9 of spring, right? So this is saying that, yeah, you might have challenges coming on. You might have challenges, but you're going to be okay. And it's about standing up for the work that you've done. And this is about, look, I see through your whole reading, you really need to connect. You need to, prayer and meditation is huge here. You've got to drop some of your responsibilities and you've got to come out of fear. Fear, it's about Look, this is about preparing for challenges, and how you're going to prepare for challenges is first of all, you're going to look at yourself honestly, truthfully, and you're going to have to make those phone calls to some of those clients or to your boss of saying, look, I really want to do this, and at the time I really believed I could, but looking at it, I don't have enough time to do it, and I'm really sorry, but I think it's best you get someone else to do it. And listen, I can recommend someone, or please come back to me, and I'm really sorry that I said I can do this, blah 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 blah. Sometimes we have to make those difficult calls, right? We have to make that difficult call to ourselves. We have to realize and honestly look at our limitations. It's about integrity, right? It really is. And that's how you're going to protect what you've worked so hard for, right? Is knowing your limitations, understanding them. Then you can protect your reputation and all the hard work that you've put in and all the groundwork that you put in. You can only do that by telling the truth to yourself, dropping some of those responsibilities and asking God for help, and then meditating to hear the answer, right? It's amazing. This is about definitely reaching out and asking for help. And, it can be asking for help from, look, if you're an atheist, it can be asking help from your friends or family, whatever it is, whatever your belief system is. Whoever your tribe is, get with them. Listen, if this resonated with you, then fabulous. Please give me a like. Please share on your social media. Please comment. I read every comment and respond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I've also started a Patreon page. So if you like the content of my videos, I really want to improve it and I want to put out more content. I'm inspired. So you can go to my Patreon. Just visit my Patreon page and just see. You can patronize me for as little as $2 a month, and you can change that at any time. So that would really be helpful. And if you can't, that's okay too. Just thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Take care. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.